Hello everyone. For today's video, I thought I would show you this AM/FM radio. It's quite old. It belonged to my dad, and he gave it to me when I was a kid so I could play the radio in my room, and this was my main radio that I used to listen to all different types of stations growing up. So when I became a teenager and had enough money to buy my own, I bought a whole stereo system with a CD, but I liked the look of this so much that I kept it. And I thought today we would look at it and also clean it up a little bit. It's kind of dusty, as you can see, and talk about it a bit. Okay? So I don't want to get it super wet or something. I just basically want to take the dust off of it. So I have some Q-tips that will dip in some water and just go around and get the dirt out like that. Then we'll go back in with a wet one and clean it up a little bit more. And that definitely looks better. So it's been sitting in my closet for years, obviously. And I even forgot I had it until a little while ago. I saw it peeking out from a box. And it was looking pretty neglected, so I figured it would be really good to do a video about it. It has great mechanical switches to it. This switches from FM to LW to MW to SW, and I'm not sure exactly what those mean. I don't know if it's shortwave. I guess SW would be shortwave, medium wave, and long wave. If I had to guess, that's what I'd say. It's very ruggedly built, very sturdy. I don't know where my dad bought it exactly. I know that he was in Germany during the Vietnam War, so he may have bought it there. But I don't know. He may have bought it once he was back in the States. I'll have to ask him. It's missing a little disc of like faux leather. You can see this one has it on it. It has a little leather grain to it. Might actually be actual real leather. I don't know. So this is what you use for the volume. Yep, there it is. It says it right there. Volume. Pretty good guess, right? It's hard to tell under all this dust. dirt there. So I'm shooting this in my temporary office setup, which isn't too bad. It's basically the same room that our TV is in. They used to call this the den, but I don't think they use the word den anymore. Family room, I guess. But we don't watch a whole lot of TV as a family. Most of the stuff we watch is on the internet. So if we watch something as a family, it's usually either in my office or around somebody else's laptop. So this is the knob here at the top that you use to select the station that you want. I love that clunking, clicking sound. Once you take the dust off of it, it looks pretty good. And then these buttons here, this says light, this says tone, and this says local. That one doesn't go down very far. So light is obvious. I'm not sure what local and tone mean. Maybe it was tone is some kind of filter that takes out the staticky sounds. Maybe boost the bass a bit. And this is just a sticker I have over the logo. It doesn't mean anything. There's a little bit of gunk on here. Most of it's just dust. I've been tempted to take this apart in the past, but I've always resisted because I really like the design of this. It's very simple. Very 1960s design. So I'm glad I've kept a hold of it and preserved it and not taken it apart. Even though as a kid I was not necessarily thinking about things like that, obviously. I probably had a designer's eye even back then. Couldn't bring myself to tear it apart. So, that's looking much better. A lot cleaner. Here is the antenna. Oops. And obviously it is not working so great. But I love this red part right here. It's not getting into focus. I always like that right at the very end. It doesn't light up or anything, but as a kid I used to think that it would light up. And there's a lot of dust back in here. Well, as I mentioned in my update video I did a few days ago, it has been 1 year from this week that I've been doing ASMR videos. I believe I started on November the 13th of last year, so I missed the actual day. That was a very busy day for me and I could not schedule a video. So this is as close as I could get, especially after dealing with leaking walls and plumbing issues and all those kinds of wonderful things about owning a house. So, in honor of, or in celebration of, I guess I should say, my 1 year anniversary, I wanted to do a contest for you guys. And do a giveaway. And to talk about the contest, I need to talk about a new app that is out there for the iPhone and the iPad and the iPod Touch. And it is a app specifically created for ASMR. And it is a great way to keep track of your favorite ASMR videos and to search for new ones, and also to read a little bit about some of your favorite ASMR artists. The app is kept pretty nicely up to date, and you can search for videos by triggers such as plastic bags, crinkling, or eating, or role plays, things like that. Or you can do a custom search for the type of video you would like to see. And I am also listed on there. A little bit of biographical information about me. And there's a few other ASMR creators that are there as well. So you can read about them and some of their favorite ASMR videos and other things about them as well. And this part isn't too dirty. It's mostly just scratched up. So for the contest, I am going to be giving away some codes for downloading the app for free. And the name of the app is ASMR. That's what you search for in the App Store. And I have, I think, 3 or 4 codes that are available that I will be doing a random drawing for. In order to be eligible you have to be a subscriber to my channel, and you have to leave a comment on this video telling me that you want to be entered into the contest. I will be giving some codes away to new subscribers who subscribe to my channel starting on this day. And I will also be giving away some codes to old subscribers who have been with me for the last year, as a thank you for being so gracious and listening and giving me feedback and giving me comments and ideas and all of the wonderful things that you guys have done listening to my channel. And I'm very glad that I've been able to help you relax and get some tingles and feel the wonderful feelings of ASMR. So that is what I'll be doing. I'll be leaving more details about the whole contest in the information below this video, so you can look down there and find out what you need to do. So, but let's get back to this radio. So it has a handle here, and this is one big speaker that obviously the sound comes out of. And on the back we have the battery case, and you can tell there's some dirt up here. I'm going to use my towel, see if I can't wipe this off. I'm really curious if this would still actually work or not. That looks much better. So let's look in here and see. This is where the batteries would go. It looks a little corroded in there. I don't know if, although the spring down in here still looks good. And this terminal over here still looks clean. So if you got the right batteries in it, it'd probably fire right up. You can see down in here a little bit, this is the actual speaker. So on the front, the actual speaker is only about that big. The rest of this is all the solid state components that were needed to make this thing run. This was probably a pretty compact size back when this was made for an AM, FM, and shortwave radio. This looks like it's disintegrating a little bit and falling apart. I'm gonna get my trash can out here. Brush it off a little bit. Yeah, it's just falling apart. It's severely degraded. And that's unfortunate. Okay. Well, I'm going to set this aside and deal with it later. I may have to take all of that out. I think there's some corrosion from the battery actually on this part. And I probably shouldn't have touched it. So Put some water on my hand here. Okay. So I'll take care of that before it does any more damage inside of here. So this was the radio I used as a kid. I would sing my lungs out to some of the songs on it. I remember doing that. I remember I actually had another radio, and I would tune them both to the same station, and I would put them on either sides of my room, and I would turn them up as loud as they would go. I have this wonderful stereo experience of the one radio on one side and one radio on the other playing the same thing. And I remember thinking that was so cool. And I believe this is the on and off switch. You pull it up for on, and you push it down for off. Again, wonderful clicking mechanical sound that you just don't get nowadays with iPads and other types of electronics. It's very satisfying to hear that. So, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Enjoyed showing you this somewhat antique that I have. And maybe I'll fire it up and see if I can put batteries in it and get it to work again. I think that would be really neat. If there's anything worth listening to on the radio anymore. But that's a whole other topic. So we have some output here. Here's a power extension if you had a power cord to go with it. And this looks like something you would put a tape deck into, although I'm not quite sure what type of cord would plug into that. It looks like it was two-pronged. You don't see much of that anymore. And I've never known this to have a power cord with it, so it may have been something you had to buy separately. So, let me see if I can zoom out. You can see the whole thing. Get the Q-tips out of there. So, maybe if I did it this way. There we go. That's better. The chrome parts, I believe, are actual metal. So they still look great. Very durable. Very few actual plastic parts on this. So, well, I'll leave it at that. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel and let me know if you want to enter the contest for the free download codes for the ASMR app for the iPhone or the iPad. And you can also follow me on Twitter. I'm there at ASMR Vids, and I post things about my videos and some things about the channel as well. I wanted to thank you all for a year of making these videos for you. Thank you for watching. I definitely am looking forward to another year of creating videos for you and also getting better and better at it. I have some really neat ideas that I want to do over the Christmas break, and I hope that you will be enjoying those. And also, please leave me suggestions of what you would like to see or hear from me. Okay? Thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Goodbye.